Whoever this person is, he has played World of Warcraft nearly every hour of every day for the past year and a half. Gentlemen, we are dealing with someone here who has absolutely no life.
South Park's stereotype is a familiar one, that of the antisocial gamer. Unless you're a gamer yourself, you may think that video games are only played by loner teens who lack the basic social skills to have fun in the real world. But in that real world, actual gamers look and sound very different. Game Underground is literally underground, in the basement of a small, unassuming strip of shops in Framingham, Massachusetts. As soon as I open the door, I see Mario jumping toward a mushroom and Pac-Man chasing ghosts. Prepared to penetrate the gamer stereotype, I walk down the stairs into a room filled with young guys, some with controllers in hand, all of whom stare at me as I enter. I manage to track down an employee.
My name is Brian Fay, and I'm an employee of Game Underground in Framingham. We're having a Halo tournament tonight, 4v4 tournament. We have 4 screens set up opposite each other, so we have 8 screens total, 4 facing each direction. So the teams are actually facing each other, and they're yelling at each other, they're yelling at their teammates, everyone's killing everybody, and it's just insane.
The competition started at 1 in the afternoon and may last until 11 p.m. The players are trying to maintain focus, their faces serious and intense as they yell directives and stats at one another. I move along the fringes of the crowd to learn more about the attendees.
Or do you want to know my gamer tag or my actual name?
Shooting, fighters, RPGs, you name it, I'd probably play it.
I've been a competitive gamer since I was 8 years old, and I used to go to tournaments when I was 10.
I've been playing video games since I was 5 or 6.
I probably tried putting in at least 2 hours a night into playing, but back then when I was 16, probably anywhere from 8 hours to 12 hours a day.
Most of the gamers here are lifelong devotees. These are the intense gamers that, by all popular notions, should be shy and awkward. But they're average guys, the same as you'd find in a mall or at a sporting event, except that they have a shared hobby in video games. Amanda Lenhart, a senior research specialist at the Pew Internet and American Life Project, studied in-game social behavior among teenagers, and her findings suggest that the guys at Game Underground are no anomaly.
As games become more networked, they become spaces of communication. They become places where you're not just necessarily communicating with people sitting next to you in the room, people who you presumably already know, but it's an opportunity to meet new people.
And it doesn't appear that the added hobby has any negative effect on real-world socialization. Because of the advance of online and wireless technologies, games have become networked too, and games have become social spheres for teens to meet and hang out together.
We found that, in fact, the most avid and frequent gamers are just as communicative and as socially engaged as less active gamers. You're more likely to use a game console to interact with your friends than you are than people who play less often if you're a very intense player. But for the most part, it doesn't impact your sociability and your likelihood of having friends or spending time communicating with them.
I wouldn't want to do this if there wasn't the social aspect of this store attached to it. The social aspect is really what makes me keep coming back. The gamers aren't antisocial. I mean, the people that sit at home 13 hours a day playing World of Warcraft, you could even say are not antisocial because they're playing with millions of other players.
One shot, Art Sniper.
There is certainly plenty of socializing at the tournament. The night is about team-based competition, and everyone came with friends. Many know each other from previous tournaments, and none seem afraid to talk to a complete stranger. Some even approach me and ask me what I'm there for and whether I'm a gamer myself.
Hello, I'm Manny, but you can call me Roman. Well, everybody else calls me Roman. It's my gamer tag. So.
Roman has been attending tournaments and making money from playing games for a long time, but when he talks about the tournament, it sounds no different than being part of an athletic team. He had just finished his team's bout in the competition, and he recounted the action for me.
I came here not expecting to win at all, but just the just the adrenaline and the atmosphere was amazing. Yeah, it was like David versus Goliath. That's the only way I could describe it. This team was really good. Just to beat a team of that caliber in front of all these people here, and just to have like people shake your hand and like, oh my God, you were absolutely amazing. It's great. Like just to be socially accepted in a place is amazing.
For JO519.